Going, man.
Yes.
Okay, good. Which is
And
always.
we're
Oh,
live. Right
hey,
on.
good morning. Oh, good morning for me.
How's it going, man? Yeah,
It's
how
going
how
well, thank
early
you.
is it there, Maestro?
It's 8 a.m.
Oh, that's not too
It's
bad.
not too bad.
It's not too
No,
terrible.
it's not.
Oh,
You know,
it's
That's
I wake
awesome.
okay.
up. I wake up every morning. I drink my coffee, and then I sit down and watch the show. And then I listen to Scrum too. After.
That's awesome. Yeah, Scron's awesome. Scron is the shit. Oh, hey, he's here right now. What's up? The Colony NFT guy. That's awesome. Good morning, Megan, Wiener Queen. Good morning, TC. Good morning, Geeky. Um, oh yeah. So this is an interesting question. Maestro, did you make the Wiener song I heard randomly? I think it was AI, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was AI. I think I'm not sure who made it.
Yeah.
But
For
it
some
was a
reason,
good one.
it was
Yeah,
enough.
it
Just
was.
like a,
It was a
like
good
there's
one.
like if the AI starts making stuff like, are we doomed? Yeah, 100% yes. That's definitely how this is gonna work. I did. I think it might have been Triple B that did it. But I gotta tell you, when you guys hear that song's pretty good. When you guys hear the one that Wiener King and I are gonna record, 100% different story. This thing is fucking hilarious and done by humans, but still, like, it's only a couple years before the songs that AI does are better than anything I can do. I get that. It's fine. We'll figure it out. Nice shirt indeed.
Hey, thanks, TC.
That's the stuff. That's the stuff. By the way, we're gonna have Andre from Top Merch on again pretty soon. That site where you can basically, like, if you own the NFT, you get to make the shirt is gonna be live pretty soon, and we will be whitelisting some products. And obviously now, Maestro, we're gonna have to get you in there because now I need that fucking shirt. Fuck.
Hey, remember I can do embroidery designs too, so we can talk about that as well.
I like it. I like it. Okay, so I want to get in and like redo the Maestro introduction because I was so distracted last time. But my favorite part of the last show was Corey and One talking technicals of the OIG, and Corey sitting there with a wiener in the background. Yes, this is my life now, and I would trade it for nothing.
805. Hey,
Between
always geeky. You from 805?
there you go, right? And yeah, the number that just I've told my wife one about like the time that you were talking about all of the Betsy wiener accessories, and you had to say wiener like 15 times. I seriously died laughing. Like I it was hilarious.
Yeah.
It's still hilarious.
Yeah. Have you
Anyways,
claimed your packs today?
fuck no shit. All right,
What are you
so
waiting for? Come on.
let's strategically suggest Maestro, please give us introduction and 30,000-foot view of what
Okay.
the heck you're doing, what the BEATZ token is, all that stuff.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then
So you know
I
what?
can go to Nefty.
I'll start off by introducing myself and just giving you a little bit about my background. So I'm a military veteran. That's where I got a lot of my schooling from. I went to school for a lot of RF. Uh, to be an RF technician working on radar systems in the military. I learned a lot about frequencies then. Because of it, I got into music about 20 years ago because of learning all about wave propagation and frequencies, and it's all tied together with music as well. So I made music a little bit of a hobby for myself. I've been in aerospace manufacturing as a process manufacturing engineer, managing people for 20 years. So I've been doing that for 20 years. And I finally say, you know what, I think I want to do this music thing. And I also want to do my own thing. I want to run my own company. I want to do my own thing. I was running I was a site leader for about a $40 million company just before I started doing this. So the way I want to run this token is essentially is like a business. I am a business type of person. I do have a business mentality. Uh, I might not look like it, but just a year ago, all I was wearing was a suit and tie. So
For the
this is a
record,
nice.
I'm sure that was very good. This is better.
Yeah, this is a nice change. I have to admit, this is a much better change. So we could talk about BEATZ. So BEATZ, it's a meme token, music meme token, of course. I think some of you guys already know what that is. I do have two tokens out, which is BEATZ and Tomato.
Mhm.
Um, the thing I'm going to want to do with Beats is essentially create a music project in which I can bring not only myself but other artists into the wax industry. So I'm essentially building a platform in which other artists get make their own NFTs, and we can essentially compete doing these with each other's NFTs. Um, so that's where kind of like the tomato idea came from a little bit. As I am releasing 4 tokens, so this is one of the tomatoes, the second token I released, and the idea of the tomato kind of came to me. So I was like, what should I name this token? Um, and I was like, you know what? I'm kind of laying in bed. I'm thinking tomatoes. When you don't like something, you throw tomatoes at it.
So okay, so that was the first impression that I got, right? People started throwing tomatoes at people in the Telegram chats, which was inherently funny, but it seemed like it was like a good thing. So I got really confused. I'm like, why are people throwing tomatoes? I mean, I love ketchup, but this feels still weird. So this makes more sense to me now, right? So like tomatoes are like the down vote, or they're supposed to be
Correct.
the down vote, unless
They're
people really
supposed to
like
be the
tomatoes. And then
down
it's
vote. That's correct. so so
Wapaka. So you're the tomato guy. Yeah, there you go.
so
he sees tomato crop up on Wax on Edge one day, like, what the actual hell is going on?
no, I could talk a little bit more about this now that the tomato token is released, and I won't talk about the other tokens, but I'll talk about the tomato token and what the purpose of the tomato token is. So I'm gonna release some. I'm working on these NFTs that we talked about in the last show, which you could blend. Essentially, it's gonna be pieces. So it's gonna be like the intro, the verse, the chorus. So it'd be like verse A, verse B, chorus A, chorus B, the bridge, the outro, and they're all gonna be separate NFTs, and they're gonna have, of course, music in them. So you'll hear the little bit of the loop of part of that song, and then you're gonna be able to blend those into the next set of loops, and then the next set of loops you'll get the exclusive version of the NFT, which would be the full song with the MP3 and the graphical things in the back. So the idea is that I'm only going to have 10 minutes. This is what I'm thinking: 10 minutes of each of my beats. So it's going to be very limited minutes, but I am going to release various beats. This will allow the owners of the NFTs would be, of course, they're only going to be 10 of each beat, and I am going to make a DAO in which we're going to set some proposals there in which the community can throw tomatoes at these beats. They could vote with tomatoes. And of course, the beat that gets the most tomatoes does not move on to the next step in the process. And like I said, I am
Right.
a process.
This is like
Yeah,
this is interesting. Well, I
Okay.
mean, it was funny the conversation we were having before, right? Like the very often when sort of creating music, the real thing to do is to be carving out, right? Like to get rid of stuff to sort of find what's the gems, right? So now like you got 5 songs all competing for top spot in your DAO or whatever. People are all throwing tomatoes, and it's like a counter vote. So the one that gets the most
Yeah.
tomatoes eats well that day, but they don't move forward.
correct.
All right, that's interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then of course the winner, and it's going to be a pretty, in my opinion, pretty large ecosystem. Is going to get complicated, but like I'm a process engineer, so I am developing the process of what I'm going to call my show. So this is the first step of the process. Once the winner of the tomato tossing contest, I don't know what I'm going to call it, that NFT is going to get whitelisted on an NFT farm, in which that's going to bring value. So the holders of that NFT, of those 10 NFTs for that beat that won, is going to be whitelisted into an NFT farm. So you're going to be able to stake that NFT, and you're going to get rewards. Essentially, that's the idea throughout the whole process, all the way to the end. What this is going to do is, I think, provide value to people's NFT. So I'm going to release my beats just as as an intro to this process, so that people get used to what this is. Eventually, I'm going to create an entry NFT, which will allow other artists to enter into this contest, and will if their beats or their songs win, then there will be whitelisted into my NFT farm, and get rewards with it. And I think that's gonna give value to artists' music.
I like
So
that. That's
yeah,
sort of the idea that you have to sort of run through a filter of everybody's, kind of opinion to sort of get into, because you're sort of creating a value floor, based on your community, what kind of music they like. And then that stuff, that's how it kind of moves forward. It's funny too. Like TC, I sent this over to him. I haven't done any music NFTs yet. It just sort of escapes me why that hasn't happened. And maybe next bear market, actually, I'll do that the same way that Juan will start making guitars, because we're not going to have any time for the rest of this bull market. It's only going to get crazier. But that was the first thing I did. Like, I grabbed a jam that I did one night that I thought was pretty cool, and I just chopped it into 8 pieces and made a bunch of like silly videos or whatever, and figured, okay, well, I could release all these in packs, and if you blend them all, you get like the full thing, right?
right.
Your idea is more complex and better, but I think that's sort of an interesting way to do it, because we're sort of used to getting things in pieces, right? And the blend technology is really fun, and then it just sort of kind of lends itself to kind of trying to create a rich ecosystem that way. That's cool. I like it.
No, yeah, so that's the idea. It's mostly I want to develop a platform for artists. Like I said, my main goal is to bring as many artists into Wax as possible, and provide value for them. So when people listen to artists' music and say, "Hey, this is a really good song," I'm gonna enter this into the tomato contest and see if it wins. And if I own this NFT, and it wins, I could potentially has even more value to where I could stake in an NFT farm and collect rewards for it.
Mm.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah, I like it. And if you're mining tomatoes, then you can like rearm yourself for the next battle.
Right, exactly.
Yes, that's
It's
cool.
like, I don't think I could throw tomatoes at somebody's work, though. That would be my personal probably problem. But then, I don't know. I do it, so maybe I just feel bad for them or whatever. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'll just have to get like an anonymous account. Even then, might not be able to do it. But I'm a wuss. Everybody else can do it. You guys will have fun.
Well, that's just the first part of the process. The next part of the process, it's going to be something else. It won't be a downvote. It'll be a upvote.
All right, cool. Well, sign me up for that.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to be there for the upvote. And really, to be part of the ecosystem, I should just suck it up and throw some tomatoes and have fun. Whatever, it'll be fine. Yeah, I'll be all right. Oh man.
The other thing I started doing, it's neat. I just discovered this. I didn't know that you could do live streams on Telegram, and you don't need 50 subscribers like you do on YouTube. So I started doing live streams on my music production on there. Actually, I started doing the Nifty beat there, Juan, for you guys. I just sent it over to Corey to listen to the beat a little bit, but I'm working on that for you guys.
Yeah, it's
cool.
It's a damn good start. Yeah, maybe when we jam on Saturday, maybe I'll try and throw some.
We can add some stuff to it,
some guitar on it and whatever,
some vocals.
And yeah, Wiener Queen, fucking AJ and I need to get in a room and record that freaking hot dog song. This is now mandatory. It needs to happen. We need to organize it, and I recognize that I'll be the weak link. Just gonna plan this shit in the head, just bonk me over the head.
Hey Corey, you don't even have to get in the same room. Everybody give you from each other's home.
That's
and
true.
Record.
Well, I think he's got recording stuff at his place, and was that. Okay. No, I'm for Saturday. I'm super stoked to try that, because I'm still like I don't even understand how that's possible. So I'm super stoked about that. That's gonna be a lot of fun.
That's awesome. Yeah.
All right, so there's gonna be tomatoes. There's gonna be some kind of mysterious upvotes, and then getting into the ecosystem. So when you're talking about like mining for rewards and stuff, actually, before we get to that, I think this kind of comes back to your beats, and because I think you sell your beats, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I thought I saw that. That's where I was listening to a few of them, and they're good. And so if I own the sort of 1 of 10 NFT, Are you kind of setting it up so that it's kind of got the licensing rights embedded into that, or is that something that we could do?
What seems like, the final NFT, the exclusive version, I'm not gonna keep it tagged. That's gonna be untagged, so I think people can use it to their discretion as they want.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because,
I think that's probably how I would do it too. Because then,
yeah,
I mean, really, I and again, I don't know how like sort of getting the music industry's attention around this stuff is sort of a non-trivial lift. And we might never, right? But like if we did it, if this sort of became, excuse me, a much larger kind of thing, then I think about this stuff as like I'm not really doing anything with my own personal music right now. Just ask TC, keeps yelling at me to make NFTs, and I'm like, whatever, right? Which for the record, thank you, TC, for the vote of confidence. But the whole idea that if I have my music out there and it's in some NFTs and some other people want to go and like freaking sell it for movie rights, right? And that increases the value of that NFT. Maybe people buy or sell it or whatever. And there's always a way to kind of route secondary market back to back to the creator, that kind of thing. I mean, that's more interesting than what I'm doing now, which is nothing, right? So like that sort of turns into a sort of an interesting proposition, maybe.
No, that's true. I think we should definitely do something like that. And then, of course, as people trade the NFT, you'll get paid royalties as well.
Right.
Mhm.
So that's always a positive thing. So for sure, we definitely, and I think Wax has. I mean, to me, Wax and the whole royalty things and the trade, it's no different than what the music industry is now.
Right.
For example, like if I sell one of my beats, I might sell it for like $10, right? But then the royalties are 50-50. So if the artist puts vocals on this and then puts it on Spotify and Apple Music and it gets a million views, I get 50% of those gains. So that's essentially how the music industry and the beat industry works right now.
That's cool. I didn't know that. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So for example, like you and I, Corey, if I made a beat and then you put vocals on it, we could release that on Spotify, and whatever money we make, we split
All right. Keep threatening me with a good time.
it.
Yeah, but I think that the problem with Spotify is that whatever you get is very low, right?
It's
Yeah.
very
As far as
small.
I understand, it's
It's
very
tiny.
small.
Very
Yeah.
small. Yeah, it's tiny. So this is why I want to come to Wax.
Yeah, even though I love Spotify, but I think that they were supposed to solve a problem that they never solved because the artists remain being the ones paid the
Well,
least.
this is the thing.
So
That
yeah,
helping the artist was never the problem they were trying to solve. They knew that people wanted free music and were going to go get it, so they got in the way of
Yeah.
that. Period.
yeah,
That's it.
maybe that's it, right?
Right? And I mean, where do you get all the music? Well, all of the people that own all of the music are the record companies.
Yeah.
Right, and then you know what's going on with that, right? It's the music industry. If you look at it, it's pretty corrupt right now.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people talk about it, and I don't want to get too much into it, but it's I think a lot of it's like who you know.
Yeah.
It's not so much how good you are, and that needs to change.
Definitely not. Yeah. No, so TC, I freaking love you, man. Well, and maybe that to me is kind of always outlined as a possible opportunity here, right? Like the whole idea that I think the limiting factor, and this is kind of true in whatever we decide to do here, is the size of the community, the size of the attention that you can sort of accrue, the quality of stuff that you can put out, right? If you put out shit music NFTs, no one's going to buy them, right? Like that's just a thing. And so making sure that and really like your the sort of ecosystem that you're imagining has that capacity to sort of like anybody can come in and do some stuff, and really only a few of them based on the community DAO, which I think is a really cool kind of element, kind of rise to the top and become like released or whatever. Now it's not some A&R asshole at a record company. It's like literally this community that's like building some momentum around that stuff. I think that's a much interesting way to do it. And really, like if that caught on, then suddenly you're getting a lot more attention. And then we can start exploring again, like, what does it mean to own music? Because I think that's really the question now, right? Like, you can own an NFT. What does it really mean to own a JPEG? And everybody here on the Wax blockchain, everybody I talk to all the time, like, we're sort of exploring what that can mean. And there's a lot of different answers to that. And I don't even think we've sort of reached all of the possibilities there.
No, that's right. And the other thing that I think is going to be neat about this is the artists that don't know right now don't have the opportunity in the normal music industry could come to a place like Wax where it's pretty open right now for a lot of artists, and they could be one of the first artists that can blow up in this industry.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that going to the normal or regular music industry, it's a mistake, because just think about the number of artists that are that you can find on Spotify. You will be one more in I don't know how many millions over there.
Right.
So getting some attention, it's almost impossible. If you start in a place like Wax, I think that with a smaller audience, if you really are good, you have much better chances of building an audience here.
Yes, and then the other thing I think, if you artists, if you're listening, meme music. If you start making music about memes, I think
Dude.
it'll catch on.
Honestly, like, there's some juice there. Like, I know I keep belaboring this, and Megan, like, for real, we have to, like, I don't know, just like come kidnap me and we'll do I cannot wait for you guys to hear the freaking hot dog song. And again, like, here's how many songs about hot dogs I've ever written before, or how many songs about anything that's even funny that I've ever written before. Fucking AJ is so good. It's ridiculous. And he'll be like all shy. I'm like, oh, no, I'm not. He's fucking full bullshit. He's like, I'm quite good at music. This is what I've been doing for a long time. He's very, very good. It annoys me the fuck out of me that he doesn't know how good he is. Because I can't make up lyrics on the go really at all. That's not my jam. You put a guitar in my hands, I could do just about anything with anything. Lyrics, not so much. You can literally just like, hey, rap about this. And it's fucking like just on like Donkey Kong. It's ridiculous. Anyway, I'm going to stop blowing him up right now.
Hey, so I kind of want a little bit of a community vote for the next token name. And I'm thinking, this is my idea. I'm thinking bananas. I'm thinking, when people go bananas for a song, they could go bananas for it.
I can't. And I mean, we're obviously going with the food motif. All right. I can get behind bananas.
Yeah, I think that's fun. A good one.
So this is the next name I'm thinking. I'm thinking, when people go bananas for a song or a beat, they could toss bananas at it.
That's fun. All right. Can we have a little break for a public service announcement?
Yeah.
Oh, apparently TC was going to go with bananas. That's fun. All right. So there's already some kismet going out there. Maybe, we could, I guess, what would the alternative be if we were going to vote on it?
Right. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll leave it up to the community. Maybe they have some ideas on that.
All right. Sounds good. All right. I got to share my screen here for a second, just because this whole situation is just fun. I got to just do the window here. Let's figure that out. Perfect. All right. So, you remember this candle yesterday, Juan, that I was like, oh my God, that's fucking crazy.
Oh, yes.
Right? The big, huge hammer now. It was crazy. Somebody dumped, and the market ate that shit up like a fucking sandwich. If you'll excuse my ridiculous French. So anyway, here's what happened after that. So we hit all-time highs basically all night last night on AI God.
Interesting.
And it's sitting at all-time high right now. So, I mean, that's just a pretty chart. Oh, yeah, and I put that over there just because my brain is blown up. This is the future of bananas and tomatoes. That's freaking funny.
I think that bananas and tomatoes could be universal tokens for a lot of things, just to vote when you like something or you dislike something. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, there you go. And really,
not
two tomatoes
BEATZ.
and a banana is almost as funny as two tomatoes and a wiener.
Yeah, I was thinking you were gonna go there, Corey. How did I
I'm
know?
almost contractually obliged to make dick jokes at this point. Like, it's just
So you will make an exchange, and there you can send 2 tomatoes, 1 banana, and you get a winner in return.
Oh my God.
So that's how you want to play it.
okay.
Oh,
Okay,
then
yeah,
maybe
apparently
the ants can come and eat it all up.
there you go. That's exactly it. They can sweep the floor of anytime there's a bunch of anytime we leave our tomatoes and bananas on the floor, the ants can come and clean it up. Okay,
Yeah.
so put banana
Yeah.
and wiener together and get a weenana. Watch, there's gonna be a banana wiener freaking meme in the wiener telegram inside
Yeah,
10 minutes.
yeah.
Just watch.
I already see I already see a banana in between 2 tomatoes. Meme.
Yeah, it's inevitable at this point. Oh my god. I guess okay. So another shout out for AI God. I thought it was going to take 3 days for those factories to sell out. It took 1. They sold out overnight last night. So there's, I think they're pushing 6% of total supply in the rewards pool, which is where all the, you bought these things with AI God. All of it went to reward.ai God, which is their reward account, which is pretty massive. So, that's going to be getting sent back out to the community in a bunch of interesting ways. The primary one is going to be the game flip drives that they're going to release pretty soon here. So exciting stuff. I'm glad I got one. My brother was like, "Hey, can you buy me one?" Yes. My drummer, "Hey, can you buy me one?" Yes. Speaking of which, I think King Tut Woodworking. This is Scott. This is my buddy. He's my drummer. So if you're in Central Florida, and you want to come over to Get Hooked on the East Coast, we're playing tomorrow night. What are you gonna do?
Do you need some drums? I do need some drums.
There you go. Yeah,
I was just talking to Corey. I said that's probably one of my weakest areas is drums.
Yeah, he's very capable, and honestly, like, he follows me, and I am insane. So that he can follow anything, because having to follow me, I wouldn't wish that on anyone. We change stuff on the fly every second. It's nuts. It's nuts. All right,
But yes, so I'm gonna try going to probably 2-3 times a week. I'm gonna go live, and so I could do some music production. Maybe I could do some giveaways there for the people to come and watch me do some production on there. And anybody that wants to come and join me and add some vocals is more than welcome to us as well. I'm doing this on Telegram, so feel free to join us.
Awesome sauce.
That's cool.
So just said, am I near Leesburg? If you go, that's like right in Central Florida. I'm down. This is in Hudson. So like if you go straight east, for probably like an hour-ish, maybe hour and a half, because you'll have to come south a little bit. Then you'll be there. But that's pretty close. You're probably as close as anyone. Yep. So Scron said Telegram isn't outward facing. What socials are you doing this on?
Right now, just Telegram, because I need the 50 subscribers. Once I get 50 subscribers, I believe I'm at 42. I'll be also doing it on YouTube.
All right. So hey, let's run a mission for the Wiener NFTs to get those subscribers done.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Let's do it.
Today.
We can do that.
Let's get it done.
Absolutely.
Oh, sweet, Geeky. That's cool. You're gonna be down there next month. That's awesome. Yeah, 100%. I mean, this is why, like, the whole social engagement thing. This is where, like, we love giving stuff out for community ownership, right? Like, whether it's the 6-month stakers or whatever. Like each community kind of has their own variation on that. But we really wanted to sort of include and make sure that people were thinking in terms of, okay, rewarding people for going out and running like social missions, so that it's not just you, and we have a bunch of people, doing some fun stuff. And really, like, the Wiener stuff is my favorite example. Like, it's one thing to go like, hey, like and retweet and like say something nice, blah 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 blah, fine. But like an entire army of fucking Wiener memes, it's just like that. If you go and look under their bounty thing, just scroll and laugh for an hour. Like, it's a whole thing, right? So like coming up with interesting ways to it's one thing to sort of, tell people, hey, comment your wax address. Very boring, right? Effective, boring. Having some way to like you put a music meme in there, or put your favorite song, or put like something, right? Just to make it so that when somebody else is coming here, like it looks like action. It doesn't look like farming attention, right? It looks like a bunch of people having too much fun with their wieners. I knew I was going to say that like 5 minutes ago, and I could feel it happening, and I just rolled with it.
Are you having fun with your wiener?
Oh man, yeah. TikTok and Instagram. Scrum talks about this a lot. He's had a lot of success on those platforms, so there's a reason why he brings it up all the time. I have had zero effect on TikTok or Instagram, and now granted, like I haven't really ever done like a concerted effort. So there's that. But yeah, I mean, even that song that came out, and I told Scrum this in the Telegram, the AI one, right? It's like, show me your wiener. Like that's a TikTok dance all day. Just make sure you have a hot dog or something. Don't get too weird. Just kidding. You're gonna get weird. I know. Everybody knows that. Just make sure you bring bananas and tomatoes. You fucking degens. But something, right? Like, and again, like I don't know. I think this is like the face of an old enough man to have zero capacity on TikTok. This TikTok. There you go. I don't even know how to say it. But it's clearly, I think, like it's. I know I'm underusing TikTok and Instagram for everything that we're doing. It's figuring out how to get any kind of momentum there. Scron is probably where I just kind of drop the ball. I just don't know how to do it.
I definitely see the potential in TikTok.
Yeah.
But, that it's a difficult. I mean, I don't know. You need 1,000 followers to be able to go on TikTok live.
That's non-trivial. Hold on, Scron. I'll send you a link right now. Booyah. Fucking surprise guest. What's up?
Oh.
And he said, yeah, the reason people don't do it is because they do one post, it doesn't work, and they give up. I did 3 posts, dude. I did 3 whole posts.
Yeah.
It's actually more like 10, but it didn't work. But I get it, right? Like having like a consistent, like month-long, 90-day long, like there's got to be like a big launch plan, I would assume. But let me send this over to you, Scron. You can educate us personally. Do. There we go. Boom. In Telegram there, Home Slice. Oh, okay. Bullshibbles caught wind of the meme music idea, and his degen radar went off the charts.
Oh my god.
So there you go. And seriously, it makes sense, right? I mean, that's like it connecting those things to the genre, you're getting content out there. Like it's all kind of a sort of attention community sort of game anyway, right? So like that sort of, it really, I can see that it fits together pretty well. Mm-hmm. All right, Scron, what's up? Yell at us about social media.
What's up?
Can you hear me? My AirPods.
I can. You sound great.
Yes. I sound great. Thank
you.
Yeah. I'm wearing my Domino's hat.
Okay. Well, that's
the market.
That's a flex.
Yeah. It's my first job.
Oh, is it really?
I lasted 3 days.
Nice.
All right. The hat, got the belt, and walked out.
That's.
Yep.
I mean, there you go.
I don't know I worked at Chuck E. Cheese. I don't know what's worse.
Oh, dude, their pizza is actually low key really good.
I love their pizza.
I'm not even joking.
Why am I hungry right now? Even the bananas and the tomatoes were making me hungry, but suddenly.
Hey man, the ants thing was hilarious. Listening to you guys talk about tomatoes and bananas and the ants just scooping it up.
I know you're like a busy dude and shit and don't have time to properly do things when I want you to do them, but the ants token has to be real. I'm just going to make the community start yelling at you every day until it happens.
Maybe the community can fund it and then it can just be there.
Fund it? Dude, I'll pitch in to fund it. Are you kidding me right now?
Yeah.
It's so good. Okay. Now, granted, like
funding,
it really,
we should not be the problem.
It's not.
The problem
it's the community
is the
to run
community,
it.
and
Yeah,
if you
100%.
can manage the community, we'll get you the funding.
Yeah, that's really that's where it's at. Like you need probably like 2 or 3 people from the community that were excited to basically be there 24 hours a day.
Yeah,
and that's the biggest thing, right? Because I mean, you're going to have all the ideas for days to make anything work, even with everything that's going on. But that's the thing, right? Like you have to have a team that's really committed and dedicated to it that can execute. Yeah, for sure. So anybody that wants to start a token and didn't have an idea for it, team up.
They won't do the ants the way I would do the ants.
No, that's you have to do it.
That?
You have to have all the ideas because you have good ones. You can put a team together and have them execute. Fucking delegate, dude.
Yep, I hear you. Well, let's talk social, yeah?
Yeah. Let's talk about that thing you wanted to talk about.
Expert.
Got it.
So the best way to grow any brand is through, vertical videos on social, right? So if you're spending time on Telegram, that's great, but you're nurturing your current community, which isn't the biggest, not like throwing shade or anything, but like you want to get a massive right now. Community.
Yep.
Like look at Ty Verdes. Like if you look at one of my Growth Sensei videos like 3 years ago, I'm calling him out, not calling him out, just saying, hey, this guy's going to blow up. And now he's one of the top music artists. He's on the Grammys. And he started at TikTok. He left his job at T-Mobile and he crushes it. And all he did every day was just do a free show on TikTok. And that's how he got his following. And all he did is every day make videos against this process on TikTok. And look him up, Ty Verdes. You can see my videos when he had like 1,000 followers. And like all I used to do was just stare at TikTok for like 2 years straight and understand how different brands can grow. So I'm telling you, even if you suck at making vertical content, just do it and try it. It's much better than making a bounty block because bounty block is a legit waste of time. No matter how many times we say it.
Oh no, hey, okay. So hey, Scron, you're completely wrong.
Why?
And I can spend an hour and a half proving it. You're completely wrong.
It's good for some aspects.
Fair.
But tell me a world where it's the same wax community saying, and I'd rather do hard questions.
Oh yeah.
Then we can grow.
100%. That's exactly the problem.
Yeah. Well, no, again, like there's anytime you're going to do anything, right? You got to use the tools. You got to use the tools you have, right? You got to play where the ball is at. I've seen so many people go, "Oh my God, I need to build this massive community, do this massive thing," and they never start. We have begun, right? And we're building momentum at scale in the pond we're in. And every single day I come on this show and I talk about the fact that we have to talk to other communities, right? Obviously, that's a part of it, right? And so I'm very excited for you to chat about it. But you'll watch, and anybody who's ever worked with me knows this. If you say this is the only way that something can happen, I will immediately crush you because it's not real, right? There's a million ways to do anything.
There's a million ways. Yeah. And this is 10% of it. Bounty block is 10%. It's another layer, which is fine. It's
90% more, but I can't wait till it is 90% or 10%.
Here's the thing.
Yeah, no, I get your point.
But I would rather you instead, if you want to grow the Nefty show to 10,000 like your goal was,
go on.
Spend 30 minutes on this show and spend the next 30 minutes making a content against one little clip and throw it on 3 socials to get outward traction. Sitting here for an hour is not going to grow the Nefty show. Taking a clip that was awesome on this show and putting it on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat will grow this show.
Okay. All right. So here's the only thing that I had to say that, Juan's totally in. And honestly, like, I know that you're right. My only addition that I would add is that we've discussed this many times, in the back half hour, so many cool things happen. I would still do it for an hour, but I would add an extra, I would add an extra half an hour on the back end to do that, because clearly you're right. Like, is our goal to get to 10,000 views? Of course it is. Right. But at the same time, like, if we're not doing the thing to do it, then I get where that makes a lot of sense.
It's even easier than what you are thinking. We just have to go through the old shows and pick up some interesting moments, make that tiny short videos, and then start publishing that.
Yeah, so
we can start that way.
Yeah, in StreamYard, they actually have tools for that. So, and I meant to give you access to the StreamYard anyway. So if you guys want to muck around with that, or we all can. I think you're right. Like, we've got some interesting content, and I think it actually even reaches in, because it's got the transcripts and stuff. It'll go in and try and find like where we all started laughing our asses off and stuff like that. Like, I think it can actually do that, so it's not like we have to watch the whole thing, even though that's probably a good idea anyway. But yeah, I mean, that's Scron. Obviously, you're right. And I guess we'll just have to fucking get to work and quit being so lazy.
I think exactly doing the work. It's something good. It will pay off.
Yeah.
We have Maestro that will give us the intro and outro for all these tiny videos.
Well, and the TikTok of that song. That would be so good.
What else do we need?
No, we can only
Absolutely,
win.
Juan.
Yeah, let me share a story that may have impact on you. So I went on like this 9-hour hike. It's like a 2 Mile or something on Sunday, and I was
Awesome.
talking to my dentist buddy, and he wants more clients, and I'm like, well, why don't you start with social? And he's like, yeah, well, like, I'm like, give me an example. Like, why aren't you doing it? Why aren't you starting? He's like, well, I have this music artist buddy. He's got 12-minute long videos, and they don't do very good on social. And I don't know, like the algorithm and like the blacklisting, it doesn't really vibe with me. I'm like, well, what's he posting on? Oh, TikTok, da 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 da. Well, guess what? He's doing a 12-minute long video, and like minute 6 is phenomenal. Like you're like just blowing your mind. Problem is nobody gets the minute 6. So the real context is, how do you post on a platform? Because each platform is different. You have to really understand how to post per platform. You can't just take this clip and just throw it up and say, I tried it. No, like you have to figure out what works per platform. What works on TikTok right now is being live on freaking TikTok and posting content against it to get people to your lives. And then you're going to drive people to your program and say, hey, guess what? What's an NFT? And you're going to be doing Q&A on NFTs at the end of your show every day. You'll be driving people to your project, which is going to grow wax. I'm particularly passionate about this, Corey, this morning, as you may know.
I do. There's and honestly, like, I know you're right. Like you've had some success on social media that dwarfs anything that I have ever even been near. So like,
that's not even my success.
No, but like, I want everybody to know, like, as much as I want to defend Bounty Block because we're using it right now and it's working and it's building some momentum, it's building momentum at like we have like 500 people hanging around, right? We want to get to where there's 10,000, 50,000, 100,000 people hanging around. And the way that you operate is one of, if not the best way that we could start focusing on how to do that.
Yeah, it just takes time in the grit to go through it. And it just takes on, it's just how you actually, it's per platform. I mean, that's not my success. I had pretty decent success on TikTok and different platforms. I'm most proud of my coaching success. I've won two TikTok coaching competitions on different brands on how people to just grow their account. And I'm most passionate about that, about just helping people and how brands can get people in front of them. I mean, goddamn, one of the people I'm working with is doing the shorts for Mattel for He-Man. He did the Jurassic Park stuff. That's awesome. Pinocchio. Like, he started on TikTok with nothing. Now he's got like 3 million, and he's the lead senior animator and director at Blizzard. And he wanted to get away and do just his own gig. And you want to know what did it? Frickin' TikTok. Because I coached him and worked with him, and he moved because he has such a good skill set. The thing is with TikTok, I'm sorry, I'm going on a rant. The thing with TikTok and all these things is, if you have a skill set, you're going to do really well. If you don't, it's not going to do the best. You're going to have to grind it out and find different ways to find your followers and passion. But this guy was so skilled that just by throwing his shit up there, it went extremely viral. We're one of the first people to do like before and after type stop motion animation, and literally Leica, the LA Academy of Arts, followed what we did as a trend. And it's now a current trend all over TikTok, and we started it. And it just takes that extreme level of talent to show and pop off there. So for these projects, it's the same thing. Is your project unique, and are you passionate about it? Boom, that's going to get you the followers. But Bounty Block is 10% of it. Other 90% is outward facing good content for your people, for your brand, for your project. Nobody's taking that step. I could, yes, I haven't, so I'm maybe preaching to the choir, but I know how to direct people how to do it if they have the time. And that's what's important to me.
Well, I know who I'm going to be calling. It's going to be Scron. So Scron, I do have a TikTok. I do have a TikTok. It just doesn't have 1,000 followers right now. So
what do you think? What is Scron? It? What do you think about, like, when we're going to drop Wiener here in a second, because everybody's going to drop their Wiener.
God, perfect.
I know, like, the Wiener one begs for it. Like, that just it's the most memeable thing. Like, I personally, I'm such a nerd about AI. I absolutely love AI God, just even for the cultural ideological idea of it. But like, even Juan was saying, like, there's a serious possibility that Wiener stops everything on wax like it was dead. Like, it goes completely bananas and passes everything because it's so funny, right? So there's always that possibility. What would you think of, like, we've got 25 projects attached to the Wiener Drop now, which I'm really grateful for. Everybody who's decided to partner with us, you guys are amazing. That's fun. Is my brain gonna explode trying to make sure that everybody has their NFTs? Yes, but that's a great problem. It's really, but maybe we could sort of contemplate, Scron, some kind of, we do like a half an hour call with you, and we run like some kind of competition where everybody grinds for a month on TikTok, and we see where it stands at the end of the month, right? And basically just like all do it together, right? Everybody can kind of help each other, do all the stuff or what have you. We kind of come in with like a 10-point plan, or like some just kind of, these are the few things that'll have the most impact or whatever. We all run that, but then we're all running it together. And, I would imagine that could have, an effect on amplifying things and sort of potentially bringing people into our
Let's do this. This is what brainstorming is. I love it. It's controlled and has a central.
Hey, I would like to point out this is the second. I would like to point out this is the second half an hour. This is where all the good stuff happens. Just saying.
It's my first half.
Okay, that's true. I can't argue with that. That's it. So we have to have you on every day. Heard.
So let's do this. Let's get a wax prize or something, because everybody needs to be incentivized at this current moment, which is totally fine. All the projects, or any project on Wax, open to any project on Wax that wants to grow their socials and wants to grow their brand, to amplify their message, their whatever. They post on TikTok and Instagram. I'll dedicate half hour a week or something for a coaching call to just talk through, like just go through some examples of what worked, what didn't. Everybody posts, just goes crazy. And I'll be there to we can put them in a Discord, just the leads that want to do this. They can put it's just an open chat. Hey, I'm thinking about doing this. Does this post work? And just getting them better. And let's just see where we start, where we end. And we'll vote on this call 30 days from now or whatever, who did the best based off whatever categories. And give them a freaking Wax prize for crushing it. And I guarantee you we're going to get more views on Wax, right? And this is what I'm thinking with like the OIG thing. Like, man, I want to be there. I'm not technical. I don't want to be technical. But I want to be pushing this side of it. Like, let's get all the projects here actually doing something in social against play to earn or meme coin or whatever.
And I think you're absolutely right. We are all stupid because we are using tools like Bounty Block, which I think Bounty Block is amazing, but we are just preaching to the same same choir all the time. I really love your idea of going to TikTok. We should say we should really stretch ourselves and say the next meme token we will promote it using TikTok. We will go to the outside world. We will not promote it here on Wax. And I think that's scary. That's stretching ourselves and whatever, but we have to do that if we want to see this go in the direction that we want that we want it to go.
So Scron, like the kind of what you were saying in some Wax prize or whatever, $100 for any project, in Wax, and we just kind of split the pot at the end or whatever, right? You pay $100 to come and do this stuff. They're getting the value of you being like real fucking smart about this shit. And then, we can all kind of support each other and figure out like how we're doing it or whatever. Right. Like, I think like doing that for a month and then watch the metrics. Here's how many, followers you have at the start. Here's how many followers you have at the end. Right. Did you see any buy pressure? Did you run any cool things that got a lot of, cool attention, whatever the fuck it was. Right. By the way, I'm chopping out that thing that you said as my first little 90-second TikTok. What's up?
Well, keep in mind, like, it's not about followers.
Sure. Engagement. You're right.
The other day, it's engagement. Like, if you look at, like, I have this It's Just Scron account, and like, I hate that I did the bounty block thing because now I don't know what I really earned. And like, if I make a comment, like 5 people see it. It's like, I'd rather have 10 people and five people see it that actually care about what I'm talking about, rather than like this follow train thing. I mean, Alpha Mana, I love the guy. I get what we're doing, but you know what's worse when a brand comes and wants to invest with you? They say, "Oh wow, you have 50K followers. Holy crap!" Send out a message
and like 5 likes on your last post. Yeah.
Like, come on, guys. I mean, we know this now, so why do we keep doing it? So I like the competition idea. I think it could really be fire. I think it can get some Wax team support, and it's just a social media coaching competition, and it's literally the same thing I've done twice. I'll put some parameters against it. We can copy paste what we've done on TikTok. That whole it was called the TikTok. I forgot what it was called. I'll send the links to it, but it was a coaching session with individual people once a week is what my commitment was, and these people went crazy. and did really well and learned a lot. And that's what's key.
Maybe we could do a show every week, and all the projects could tune in and just like comment any questions they had, and then that way, we sort of
might work.
maximally use your time.
Yeah, we can think about doing that.
Okay.
Let's talk offline. But
yeah,
I think it'd be pretty fun for people if they want to stretch and do it. Like,
that's I'm in.
Yep.
Obviously,
me
like
too.
TikTok scares me,
Yeah.
but so like all the coolest things scare me. Like,
Yeah, I'll make if you guys need help, because I know music is a little difficult to get, right?
yeah.
It's like if you get other people's music, you can definitely get taken down and those sort of things. You have to deal with copyrights and all sorts of things. So I'll do the music for you guys.
Dude, the AI Wiener song. You know how much copyright is on the AI Wiener song? Fucking zero. And do I want to see Juan do a dance to that? Yes, I do.
No.
Oh yeah, no, dude. You want to go on TikTok? This is TikTok, brother. Like it's just gonna have to happen. It's gonna, and just you can just have a hot dog and dance with your hot dog, but it's gotta happen. You gotta show us your wiener.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. We're lucky that the next token is not Wiener, so Wiener will be already.
Who knows, man?
By
we don't
then.
even we don't know if the next one's gonna be bun or not. For the record, it's not, but I don't know.
But yeah, Maestro, why don't you publish your music on TikTok to use? Because like when I was doing TikTok back in the day, like I started working with celebrities and using their songs to get in contact with them. And some of my biggest videos are freaking ant farm time lapses, and all it is against a new artist in that platform. And that, like, I have some of the still top videos of some pretty big celebrity artists of my videos. It's insane. And people just pick up songs, and that can take you to the next level. If you're looking to do this for a career, just start learning learning how to put your music on TikTok, and then showing people how to use it. And then if it picks up, then it can literally change your life. One video can change your life of a funny song, this meme thing. You put it up there so people can use it also. Because guess what? 4th of July is coming. And guess what? That's when I'm not sure when Wiener Token is launching, but it should be freaking 4th of July.
I mean, we'll launch. They should launch something for 4th of July. That makes total sense. Yeah. I mean, I want to see full scent barbecue memes. For some reason, that phrase popped into my head the other day, and it's just that when somebody asked me, I was like talking about being bullish. I'm like, yeah, I'm full scent barbecue on Wiener, which just.
Hey, Scron, I'm gonna send you my TikTok so you could take a look at it after the show. Yeah, and you can give me some feedback.
But it's like, yeah, what a better time to launch in 4th of July. And like, if you release your Wiener song prior to 4th of July, like 4 weeks prior, and people start to get wind of it, people can use your Wiener song with all their freaking barbecue videos. Yeah, and then you're on the map.
This is the thing. So we're launching on the 12th. That's not changing. But what can we launch on July 4th? Because clearly that's like a demarcation point. And again, having songs and like a TikTok thing before that. This is the other thing. Like if we start the TikTok sort of mega wax collab on the 20th, it's going to run right through July 4th, and we can rock and roll.
Yeah. But that's for multiple tokens. But I think that Wiener specifically has to organize something for the 4th of July, and it's something that can be very big.
Hell yeah. Megan's listening. I think she said 100% already. Yes. What's up? Full send barbecue. That's just, I want that shirt. Oh man,
this timeline is the best. We did some damage today. Let's get that competition going. Why don't you, with all your partner projects and bags and everything, launch bags, just anybody that's there, literally anybody on Wax that wants to start to learn social and push their opportunities, let's just get them in a group. If you can organize the people, I can talk to them and give them the program.
Yeah, no, I think that's a great idea. Why don't you pick a day where you can actually confirm that you can come on the show? I'll get everybody the sort of top line idea that we can. We can put it out to Wax and let everybody there know, right? Come watch the show. We're going to talk about what we're doing at the end of the show. Anybody that's interested can come on board, and that way we're sort of letting people know at a very, very high level. Like these are the stakes. This is what we're doing. Everything we've been doing in our own little community is working great, but we want 1,000 exit, and this is how 1,000 exit.
Yeah, it's a good time to 1,000 exit, I'd say.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Maybe it's something like donate tokens to the Ant community, and then those get distributed through Pepperstake of Ant NFTs.
We'll make that happen.
I mean,
That could be fun.
threaten me
Yeah.
with a good time.
That could be really interesting. A use case for Ant NFTs for the first time ever. Anyway, just small ideas.
Just
Super
small
tiny.
1000x ideas.
Just super tiny ideas.
Little whatever, million follower, fucking nope, million likes, different.
Teeny weeny. Just teeny weeny
Just
ideas
small,
here.
whatever.
Yeah, I don't like to do teeny small ideas.
No.
All right. Hey, gotta run. Gotta do
Never
some
have.
other stuff.
Well, hey, thanks for
My
popping
30
in.
minutes is up. Take
Your 30 minutes is all right. Love you,
I
man.
only last 30.
Hey, thanks, Ron.
That's what she said, which isn't that bad, actually, as far as I know. What?
Gone.
Yeah, he's gone. Yep. I just made it. That's what she said, joking. I was just like, I'm nowhere near as funny as I thought I was. All right. Well, that's fun. I think that's going to be good. And again, like anything that's going to, promote any project on Wax to TikTok is going to help everybody on Wax ultimately. And then if we're all doing it in a super coordinated way, that's going to freak people out. I think that's good stuff. And it's a skill that we can all kind of learn. And if we're all learning it together, it's going to be more fun for me, hopefully for everybody else, right? Like just, randomly trying to do stuff on TikTok, by myself was scary. That's scary. So that's fun.
Yeah, I think it's really scary because it's for a different generation. It's kind of something that we are, we don't feel part of that, but I think that that's the place to be right now.
Yeah, it's probably true. And besides which, again, like you were the one who wanted us to go on TikTok, Mr. Dances with Wiener. I'm just gonna. I need that now. It's something I need in my
Wieners.
life.
Yeah, I love it.
It's just,
No.
come on, man. Come on.
You'll have to ask an AI to generate that one dancing because one has never danced. So
I believe in you.
No.
I believe in you. Just like a little 5-second, just with your little hot dog. Come on now. Dude, any version of that becomes a GIF that pops into the Wiener channel every 5 minutes. I guarantee it. That's freaking funny.
I think TC's already working on it.
Without a doubt, TC's already working on it.
Yes.
All right, listen. I'm gonna call it because I'm like way behind on getting NFTs out to everybody. Maestro, thanks for coming again and just for hanging out with us all the time. Thank you to Scron for popping in and dropping wisdom bombs. And honestly, thank you guys, everybody, for watching. The trying to get everything done this morning. I was starting to feel a little bit of stress or whatever, and I just got to laugh for a straight hour about people's wieners. So that was just selfishly very fun for me.
Hey, thanks for having me on the show, Corey. And,
anytime, all the time.
Coming.
Yep.
Yeah.
Rock and roll.
And Saturday, let's rock out.
I'm in.
Yeah,
We'll rock
let's
out
make
with
that,
our wieners out. No.
Yeah, let's make that music also for the intro and outro. We will need that for sure.
Yeah, we'll get it done. Yep. Cool beans. All right. There's the double thumbs up. That's the signal.